Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I've just done a vlog. I decided to come outside so it was a little bit quieter, and I'm being attacked by bugs. So I'll try to keep this brief. I just wanted to do a really fast update to say that I really didn't do a whole lot of just day-to-day vlogging over the summer. It has been a crazy season of life for us. And I'm finally to that point where I'm like, okay, I can do this again. So I'm going to try at least once a week to get these done. I've probably said things like that before and life just keeps happening. But I miss doing it. So over the last several months, what you guys may have missed. I've done any updates that on the adoption process and where we're at with that. I'll probably have another one coming soon to give numbers and things. Not a whole lot has changed, but just, where we're at in life with all of that. I did share when we did the Safe Families program, we took 2 placements with that, and then we did decide to be done with it. We did receive a call for one more after we were done for an emergency placement, but it actually was not going to work out. Just the makeup of the siblings as well as the time frame for us. It was just a really bad weekend. Not something we could do. So we didn't take that one. We have been wrapping up any inside house projects that we could. I mean, not a lot of stuff happened over the summer. We've done a little bit more finish on the kitchen. I still have to paint the ceiling. Some other painting projects we've got to get done in the house. We have purchased the stuff to remodel our bathroom, but that's a little ways away. It's nothing that's going to happen right away. Because, well, it's just not. It has been a really busy time of year for Sean. He has been working really hard outside while the weather is still nice to get a fence in for us. That has been exciting. And actually over the last month and a half, if you hear banging in the background, I'm sorry. My 2-year-old is not thrilled that I came outside to do this. And Charlie's in there trying to keep him calmed down because they're supposed to be eating lunch. So I thought, perfect, a few minutes, I'll slip away. Anyhow, we've been working on the fence. Probably started this whole endeavor a month and a half to 2 months ago. We started when we did because we knew it was going to be a little bit of a process. We knew a neighbor was probably going to fight us. One neighbor made that semi-clear, so we had a survey done, which actually was what upset her the most. And it's one reason I've avoided vlogging because I did not want to end up saying something I would regret or that I shouldn't be saying. So most of that has been sorted out for the most part. She still is harboring a lot of big feelings, and that's okay. That's her deal. And we have done our best to just be very concise and to the point. And, we're not doing anything to offend anybody. And she has acknowledged that she knows we are doing the fence for our dog and our children. It is not for a barrier or anything like that. Although there have been times because of it all, I've thought that that's going to be nice. It got heated to the point of calling in law enforcement. So that is not something I ever wanted to do with a neighbor, but things happen. There is another neighbor who actually has told us that they're going to fight our fence, but we also know that we have made every call we need to. The county knows where everything's at, and we're not concerned. They can go ahead and fight it, but it's not going to get anywhere. And so I'm going to show you guys that fence here and just clips of little things we've been up to. I've been trying to do little things here, and I plan on putting it in other videos, and I just haven't been straight vlogging. I've been doing my grocery hauls faithfully and then trying to show you guys when we go and do things, but we have not actually gone and done as much as we had hoped to this summer either. We have one more pass to go to bear country again. I've kind of been waiting for the weather to cool off more because the animals are more active when you go. And then I want to get to Reptile Gardens again, but you have to go on a nice enough day that the animals are active there. So it's kind of a balance at the end of the season here because, well, we're officially in September now. And the wildlife has been coming to life around our house as well. Last winter, I think I may have said in a couple of videos, but we had a bobcat that liked to hang out back by our ravine, which is not a problem. He never harmed anything. We only spotted him a couple times. Another neighbor said that they saw tracks of him in their yard. So we'll wait and see if he's going to come back this winter or not. He was kind of fun for the kids to see. All of the turkey have been coming back. There's an average of 18 to 24. I don't know if it's the same flock that keeps coming through or if it's different ones. But actually, I don't think flock is the right word for a group of turkeys, but I don't remember. If you know that, put it down in the comments below. The kids have had a blast sitting out and watching them, though. A lot of young ones, and you can tell the bigger, older ones. The one scary one, about a half-mile from our house, there's been a mountain lion spotted. He's been caught on people's cameras up there. Cameras are really common on houses around here. For one, we do live so close to the hills, people do put them up to catch wildlife because you need to know if there's a bobcat or a mountain lion or a bear, which the bears are rare, but they do happen. You need to know if those are hanging out around your property, especially if you have animals or kids or anything. We spotted a couple snakes, nothing exciting. Thankfully. Oh, we're in rattlesnake territory and we have not spotted any yet, but we've had a couple blue racers and a couple garter snakes. Completely fine. The other day, if you follow me on Instagram, we found a nest of salamanders out front, and we got a couple pictures. Most of them are blurry, but I got this one short video clip of Sean trying to get one. This rogue little salamander decided to chase him, and Sean wasn't scared of it, but he was trying to just use his feet to corral it and chase it back up towards the house. Well, the thing kept like trying to climb up his shoes, and so he'd move back a little bit again, and then it would chase him farther. And we didn't want him to go under the vehicles and get too far from I don't know how far they can really wander, especially across concrete without drying out. And we didn't want him to go too far and get hurt being under the vehicles and things. So we eventually did get him back up towards the nest. I don't know that I love there being a nest of them under the driveway, but it was kind of a neat experience for the kids. We haven't seen them again since, but it's only been a couple nights. So you can check out the picture on Instagram. Otherwise, this video clip of Sean playing with that one. Mr. Salamander. Oh, that one's on the move.
Why are you going this way? You're going the wrong way. Are you blind?
Actually, I don't know if they are or not. So yeah, that's really been our summer. Summers are really busy for Sean work-wise. This summer was actually one of the easier ones we've had since we've been back. But it's all good. And then I've just been trying to gear up for homeschooling. We're changing things up a little bit. We're still using the same curriculum, but I told the kids I'm cracking down this year. We are getting more stuff done, and it is good. I'm getting ready to move our schoolroom. I started a video of organize everything before the start of the school year, and I didn't finish it because we're going to go ahead and move it. So maybe I'll show you guys that here as we're doing it and some of those plans. And the house, honestly, over the summer, we get so busy, it's just kind of falling apart. So I'm going to be spending the next month or so decluttering and cleaning as we figure out, where we're moving forward from here, if we're just going to keep doing more projects on a house, if this is really where we want to be. As much as we want to be in one place, I think we've really learned that we're slightly nomadic, at least until we feel settled. And we love the area. It's beautiful, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We know our goal is to be in this house for at least 2 years, just so we don't have to pay capital gains again. The last 2 houses we've had to do that on. I've got a couple wasps circling me. We've had to pay the capital gains on them when we did our taxes because we have actually sold 3 houses in the last 4 years. That first house didn't affect anything because we had lived there long enough, but the last 2, we didn't live there long enough. So that kind of affected us a little bit. And I do our taxes, so I get to know about all that stuff. Anyhow, I am going to go put some makeup on for my day because I actually have to go grocery shopping. So on Monday, you can see the grocery haul video. But let me show you really quick the fence and some of what we're doing with that. Okay, this is our backyard. I know I've shared it on Instagram. I don't know how many videos I've truly done. I know I've done some of the kids sledding and stuff. But you can see the poles out there. And then coming around, it's going to go up that side of our house and then come over with a drive-through gate. And then on this side of our house, there's another over here. There'll be another gate. So that is going to be really nice. Those 2 poles, there's going to be a gate in between there. that is large enough for the riding lawnmower to go through, so that Sean can still mow everything back there, because our property goes clear back up in that ravine. And it's focusing on my hand rather than the ravine, sorry. So it goes clear back up in there a decent ways. But we didn't want to fence, well, we couldn't fence it all in, because even the poles where they're at were really difficult to get into the ground because of all the rock. And going back farther, we knew it would only get worse. Plus, that is so sloped and hilly. The kids love it for sledding, and that's really about all it is good for. So we wanted to kind of start where it flattens off a little bit and then forward. The trampoline is here right now. We're eventually going to put a fire pit there. That is our goal. We thought about moving the trampoline down to that space, but for now I think we're going to try to move it over. Sean thinks it's going to work. We'll see just how it sits. So I don't know. We'll see on that part. But if we're not putting the trampoline down there, a goal is to put a big play set or Ninja Gym, or combination of the two there. We do have plans here in the next year or so. We're going to rebuild our sunroom. Structurally, it's fine, but there's a lot of gaps and holes in it. And occasionally it lets water in if the rain comes down just wrong. But it's also something we want to change up. In fact, because we're talking about the play set, we're also talking about putting a slide off of it, which will be really nice. But we are definitely keeping it covered. I don't think we'll keep the windows in. I think we're going to open it up slightly. I can point over here to my neighbor's house, kind of how theirs is opened but covered. We want to go with something along those lines. Okay, sorry that cut out there. I actually had a bee attempting to go in my shirt. So I can stand here and ignore bees for a little bit. Wasps I don't care for, but bees going in my shirt, not okay. Anyhow, that's our goal with this. We do also have a concrete patio that goes down under the deck there, or under the sunroom, that we are going to tear up and completely rebuild here at some point. It's not affecting anything structurally right now, but it does have some, you might be able to see from here. There's a nice little crack that runs down it and stuff. And so we just want to redo some stuff so that in the future it doesn't cause any issues. Just being proactive. You can see on our steps here, we've got all this squiggly line. That's actually Loctite. We had no-slip rubber mats on the steps, which worked great, because when it's wet, these get really slippery if you do not have really good shoes. And for the dog coming in and out, and as well as kids in the winter, we don't want anybody falling. But apparently Loctite only holds for so long. And they have all come off eventually. I don't fully know why. It's definitely left a lot of residue on there. So we'll see. We'll eventually get those back on again before winter hits here. But yeah. So that's our backyard, and that's our plans. And that's what we're working on right now. As soon as he's done, he's got, I think, 2 more poles to set in concrete. We are going to have a fence stretching party with some friends, and they're going to help us put the chain link along everything and all the gates in. In fact, I'll crouch down here a sec. You can see our fencing material is all sitting down there on the patio. And then he just bought me a tree trimmer so I can trim up our apple tree. It's got a lot of brown branches on it that just need to come off. It's getting overcrowded. And so the apples are struggling to grow, and it just doesn't need all that dead growth on there. So I'm going to clean that up. You might also notice I've got several, it's going to focus on my finger. I've got several wind chimes down in there. And that is my deer deterrent, because deer really like the apples. And with the deer really liking the apples, that means that they like to hang out down there. And then there's a lot of deer mess in the yard, and it gets really gross. So far it actually seems to be doing the trick. We've not noticed many apples on the ground, so I think they're still coming by to snag them, but they're not camping out under the tree anymore, which is a start. And once we have our fence up, we know it's not going to stop them, but we are hoping it will deter them a little bit, so that, again, there's a little less mess in the yard. Yeah, and eventually we'd love to have a garden and stuff, which we're going to have to completely build up around. But that's a next summer project that Emmy and I are actually talking about, because she is my little gardener. She loves plants and all of that stuff. And yeah, so there's our big updates. Not a whole lot, but I am excited to get back to just sharing weekly where we're at in life and what all's going on and all of that fun stuff as we get our homeschool room moved. And I'm eventually going to get my craft room set up here. You guys can see how messy it is here in the sunroom. We've got to get all this cleaned up soon. I think I keep saying a lot, and I don't mean to, but just trying to figure out what all we're going to do. And I get to start sharing more of that with you again. And as we do get to Reptile Gardens and Bear Country here one last time for the season and move forward with everything else, I can't wait to share it all with you guys. So here's random clips of everything else that my crazy kids and family have been up to that never got added to other videos, and to get us started back on the path of you guys keeping up with what we're up to.
Go, go, go.
No, push on the wheels. Show them, Blake. Okay, your brother's doing it for you. Okay, you do it, Micah. Yummy. Use your ear. Okay, my nose. My nose. Wait, that's my nose. Oh, you can't put it in your nose. No.
Mommy, can I put glasses on here?
You can go find your sunglasses. I don't care. Did you find a grasshopper? Emmy, you should show him how to catch it with the net. Oh, he's just going to touch it. Had it. Everybody remember the scene from WALL-E where he chases the cricket? Somehow I have a feeling that this is... Oh, it might have been a cockroach, but...
If cockroaches eat or anything else.
I just have a feeling that this is going to be a reenactment where he's going to accidentally go squash.
Really?
He has no fear, that's for sure. Grasshopper.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a big guy. This grasshopper is big, Mom. Mom, it's right there.
Yeah.
Video of
I
it.
think Micah decided to go get his net again.
Pick him up. Mike is trying to pick him up.
Oh, he's right here. Where'd he go?
He's in the net, Mom.
Oh, he's on the... Micah, look. Micah, right here. Right here. He's on the stick.
Mike is trying to kiss him. Yeah. Micah likes grasshoppers.
You're gonna wear this grasshopper down, aren't you?
Mom, I really like that. He's going to escape it back.
Oh, and you got him.
Oh, he got him.
Be gentle, gentle.
It tickles.
Yes.
Oh, Mama.
No.
I think it pooped on him.
Your mom?
Micah, gentle.
This. He got him. This.
Oh.
This.
Yeah. Okay, let him go. Or, squish him into the net.
Mom, Penny, Micah.
Yeah, I think he's dead. Daddy long legs.
Well, no. Dragonflies exist.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of dragonflies. I don't know if I can catch those on here or not. Yeah, they're like all over the place. I can see one. What did you catch, Taya? Did you guys catch a grasshopper?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It hopped that way.
Yeah, okay.
Mama, it was a hop.
A grasshopper?
I didn't catch one. Aha!
Well, we're not finding or catching the frogs that Dad said was out here, are we?
No, because I think you saw a grasshopper.
I think you might be right. That's all we found is grasshoppers, huh?
Yeah, hopping and whacking for us and fly.
Yeah.
Only bug. I caught something.
What did you catch?
I don't know what is it.
Did it disappear?
Yeah. The duck. The cats.
I think you caught grass.
No. This. That one. Mama, you do a good catcher, Mom.
Yeah. These bug nets from Target's Dollar Spot were a really good investment, weren't they?
Yeah.
While the 2-year-old tries to catch the dog with his bug net.
Micah does that, but I don't. I got bug bites.
Anybody's ever been curious what the back of our house looks like? Shows a few more of the windows and the size of it. And there are 9 bedrooms crammed in this house. I shouldn't say crammed. I mean, we're not hurting for space.
Mommy time. Oh, I like this tattoo.
Oh, yes. That tattoo that you got from the fair, huh?
Take
Pretty
a piece
cool.
of it.
Oh, take a picture? How about I just show it in the video? That's pretty cool. Ladybug tattoo.
And now I'm cutting.
Hey, bud. You got your hat?
Yep, and sunglasses.
Oh, your Lego sunglasses.
Hey, come back. Oh,
Oh, you are so cool.
I'm good. Come over here.
Mom's not gonna follow me.
Oh,
now it's challenge. Bye.
You don't have makeup on yet.
I know. You're still recording me.
Who said I ever was?
Let me see.
Close up of your face without makeup.
And what do you do for a living, Tony? Homeschool 7 kids? Oh my gosh. I will tell you what, I can think of a lot of things that I would rather do than homeschool 7. Are they your kids? Oh, even worse. All right, that's even harder. I would have the neighbor kids rather than my, anyway, not important. Now, Tony, you're gonna help me with a card trick. You're going to help me with this giant, invisible deck of cards. The audience says, ooh. Or 3 of you, close enough. Tony, take those cards. Now, Tony, for this trick, we only need 4 cards. We just need the queens. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take those cards, give me all the extra cards, you keep those queens. Go ahead. Tony, open the box. It'll be easier. Yes, there you go. Dig through there. Hand me the extra cards. You keep all the queens. Got them already? Super fast. All right. Tony, what I'd like you to do is yell out a color. There's 2 colors, red or black. Yell it out. Black. Let's get rid of some black cards. 2 black cards going to me. Let's get rid of some more cards. Tony, you've got 2 cards in your hand. You've got the Queen of Diamonds and you've got the Queen of Hearts. Those are the red cards. Which one would you like to get rid of? Diamonds. All right. I'll take the diamond card. You keep the heart card. Now, Tony, take your Queen of Hearts. Turn it face up. Now, your card is the only face-up card out of these face-down queens. I'm going to put them in here, just like that. All right. Now, those over here. Now, Tony, when you were thinking of those cards in your head, did they have a red back or a blue back? Yell it out. They were white. Well, if you're gonna pick red or blue, which you would like blue colored cards? All right. Well, Tony, that's funny because right over here, I have some visible giant cards. And Tony, they happen to be colored blue. Now, Tony, you picked the Queen of Hearts. Would this audience be impressed if the only card face up off the face down cards was the Queen of Hearts, yes or no? They hear it no? Really? That's the homeschool one? It's fair. It's a free choice. I guess that's fine. If you're not impressed, that's cool. Don't clap. Because check it out. Right here, folks. Okay, cynical one. Would it be cooler if not only if her card was the only face-up card, but also the only card with a red back? Nothing. Okay. Don't you other people clap either. That's not what I want there. Okay, how about this cynical 14-year-old daughter? 15? Cynical 15-year-old daughter. What if the rest of the cards were blank, blank, and blank? Yeah. All right. Still nothing from her. Look at that stone face. She's hard to impress. Oh, wow. Good luck with that. Thank you for coming up. Give my lovely assistant a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, she claps for mom. What's up with that? She is your mom.
Hello. Yes?
I actually thought I'd come back and catch you doing chores while memorizing Bible verses.
No, I haven't gotten up yet.
Gotcha.
I made it to verse 5.
There you go.
I'm working on memorizing 5. With verse.
I didn't hear you over the crash.
I'm working on verse 5 with the rest. I've got up to verse 4. Now I'm working on verse 5.
Nice. And then you're gonna work on cleaning up this mess too.
Yeah. It's not gonna stay clean for more than 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, give it 2 hours. Micah's asleep.
Okay, about 2 hours.
But I'm gonna show really quick. Our school space is gonna get an overhaul here very, very soon. Which I started to say you should do, and then I realized I really have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna clean up everything for me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
As one of your chores, since it's Chore Friday.
Yeah.
Well, this is roughly halfway through. I've got Charlie sitting down here helping me. Ciara came in to observe. The empty boxes over there from the new curriculum we sorted out. Some of the new curriculum sitting out. This is some stuff we've pulled out of cubbies. As you can tell, we've got some cubbies emptied, and we're getting everything organized, situated, and cleaning through things. This is a project Charlie decided to take on with me, huh?
Yep.
So while I'm in the schoolroom and Charlie's gonna be cleaning, I came over to peek out the window and realized a downside to having the whiteboard propped on the ledge next to the curtains. Let's just hope that washes out. There are no words. This one's not as bad. I told Charlie, we gotta get back into vlogging more. So we'll show Chore Friday and how much we get done.
Oh,
Yeah. You gonna blink? Oh, did that one hurt your eyes? Hey. Micah. Hey. Look at mom. Look at mommy. I don't need your feet.
What?